All right, guys, we're going to talk about the Bestech Tonic, and it comes in a zippered pouch, which I'm just going to throw to the side. But this is, it's not brand new. This came out some months ago, back in 2022. Okay, I don't remember the date or whatever, but this is the first time I'm seeing it. So you're going to get my opinion. I haven't watched or seen anybody else talk about it. I've seen that there are some other videos here on YouTube, but I didn't go watch them. I try to make my own opinions and my own thoughts without looking at other people's stuff. What you'll notice here is that this is a lockback. Okay? This is not your grandfather's lockback. This is not like any other lockback that I have seen or dealt with. Okay? You can see that with this Spydercodelica, you got to either just roll it open or give it some wrist, or guys can polish the washers and do some stuff to make it open easily one-handed, much like a liner lock or a frame lock. You can make it do that. Who wants to make it do that when it just does it out of the box? Yeah. It's a lockback that opens with authority, with distinction and power, and feels very satisfying. On a lockback, that doesn't happen with the Spyderco, the Buck 110, none of those. It's because this thing runs on bearings, but not your normal bearings. I mean, it does have bearings here, but, and I'm not gonna really be able to show you, I don't think. Let me zoom in as much as I can. Not as much as I can, but let me zoom in here. There is a bearing on, let me zoom back out a little bit here. So you have the lock bar here that then engages with the knife, the blade, right? You lift the lock bar and then the blade flops open and then it kind of goes back in. At the tip of the lock bar here is a bearing. It's hard to see. Okay, let me get some light. And the angle, and well, you're just going to have to trust me because it's in there. It's just really, well, yeah, you're not going to see it. But there is a bearing back inside, right about here-ish. If I had something better to kind of point with. It's right about here on the underside of the lock bar. So what that does is that creates less of a contact pattern between the lock bar and the tang of the blade. And you can kind of see here, maybe. You can see in the center of the blade, right here, that's the bearing track. That's the contact pattern where the bearing is going across the tang of the blade. That's what gives you that traditional opening method that we're so used to. When I did the unboxing of this, I literally opened it. I went to activate the liner lock, and there was no liner lock. I'm like, what the hell? So you can then close it with your normal lockback. I'm blown away. Like I've never seen that. Now you can't really close it like a liner lock because there is some tension there. It's not going to just drop shut, right? But as you bring it down, then it will do your traditional thing. So when you open it, you have to get it past this point for the lock to disengage its hole, and then it opens. Okay, so enough lock back education 101, because that's rambled off about that long enough. So this is about $340 though. Okay. List price from Bestech. Right now you can get this exact model on Blade HQ for $289. They do have it with carbon fiber. They have it with black blade. They have it with black frames. So they've got several different variations, but they're all in that list price $240, $260, sell price of $290, $300, give or take. So it is a titanium frame. This one has natural micarta scales. M390 blade steel. 4 inches closed and 6 and 13/16. Base almost 7 inches overall with a 2.87-inch blade. Weighs in at 3.1 ounces. Has a pocket clip that's reversible that works really well. It's a little small in my hand. If I choke up on it, it's perfect. But, you know, it is a little smaller than what I carry. And it's a lockback, or a back lock, they're calling it. This was designed by, and I'm going to butcher his last name, Colin Mason Pierre, maybe, from CM Knife Designs. He's the designer. He created this, what he calls inset ball back lock is the mechanism, or the IBBL for short. I tried to find an exploded view of this, but I couldn't, so I can't insert that into a picture here. All right, I think it's pretty cool. It's super innovative. Here it is with a Sharpie. Here it is with the backlock Spyderco Delica. This may be your thing. Now, there's advantages to a lockback, okay? One is it's tried and true and super strong, okay? No problems there, right? It's the Kubi KB237. And just because I can, did I really love the interface? The VC Edge interface number 80, full dress, crazy custom that Jason and I put together. The lockback's super strong, been around for generations. The other really cool thing about a lockback is it's very innovative. Anybody who's ever used or picked up a folding knife probably knows, just instinctively, how to use a lockback. It doesn't take any training. It doesn't take anything on, you know, where to put your fingers, on, you know, how to safely get your fingers out of the way. If, for instance, on like a drop shut liner lock, you know, this is more inherently dangerous per se to a newbie, because they may close it on themselves. You're not going to close a lockback on yourself necessarily. So I think there's a lot of advantages to it. Am I going to run out and buy one of these? No, I'm not. I wouldn't carry it. You know, yes, you can close it one-handed. Okay. It does work. It will drop all the way down onto your finger. So you do want to be careful there, but man, this thing is satisfying as hell to fire open with that thumb studs. So there you have it. Something very innovative. This is one of the probably innovations of 2022, in my opinion, because it's just crazy cool. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts down below. Greatly appreciate it. And I'll put a Bestech playlist over here in the corner. Please go check that out.